everyone, welcome back to the Art Beat, where creativity pulses and the heart of local art comes alive. Today I am super excited to be here at the Botanic Park interviewing a local artist by the name of Tiann Lewis. I just wanted to give a huge shout out to the park staff for being super accommodating. They even helped us carry all of our supplies down to the location where we would be filming. Did you know that the park is open daily 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and their last call for admissions is 4:30 p.m. I highly recommend you visit the park, especially if you're a local. They have an area for kids with a splash pad, so be sure to pack your bathing suit. Follow me through the color garden to the lawn, and we'll jump right into this interview.
The perfect love of Christ we can never do. The perfect shepherd who all of us are debtors to. The one who made us new and made us whole. The one who's facing glory we are longing to behold. For sure, he won't lose us now, he will keep us.
All right, so before we get into how you started doing art, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Tiann Lewis. I'm a visual and abstract art, but to be real, I don't put any limits on how far my artistry go. If it's sculpting, painting, drawing, writing, it really don't make a difference for me. And I'm also a professional nail technician, but I would rather to say I'm a nail artist as well.
Absolutely. Nail techs are artists, trust me.
I saw it as an art from the beginning, so I use that avenue as a part of my expression. For years I saw nails as my canvas, so that's how I saw it.
So tell us how you got started with your art career.
So art has always been a part of my life, but to say a career, it started in 2022. And how it started was, I was going through some stuff, like personal stuff, and one of my clients recommended a book that she read. And I read that book, and it kind of gave me a whole new perspective as to how much more I can do for myself and utilize my skills. The book did dive deep into limitations, and me saying nails is my canvas, that was simply just a limitation that I placed on myself for over a decade. So I decided to change it after I read that book. But as I said earlier, art has always been my passion, but finding an outlet was the hard part.
All right, so tell us I know you say you do different types of art and you try not to put a limitation on yourself, but what do you enjoy doing the most? Not necessarily what sells the most, but what do you enjoy doing the most?
Definitely abstract. For me, abstract is, rather than an art, it's more like a feeling, and that's what creates the connection for me personally with my art, and with the hope for others to connect to it as well. So definitely abstract.
And I first saw one of your pieces in the store Goodness, and that's how I first was introduced to your artwork. And I was just speaking with the owner, and she was telling me, that you're really big on art therapy, so to speak, for mental health. Tell us a little bit about that.
So definitely. So my art is I see it as an expression, right? And as an outlet as well. So this is my outlet for my art, which is my art. But I do see where art can make a lot of changes in terms of mental health and what each person is going through individually. I see where it helps me for sure to get things out, because I do talk, but I don't talk as much as I should, or I don't talk about the things that I should. But I could definitely get it out on a canvas. And even, it's crazy, I can explain it from the canvas, but I can't just openly say it to you. So definitely I want my art to create that impact, as to get people, to individuals or the community, to see art as a way to get things out.
An expression.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know that you do some version of a sip and paint. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So I do sip and paints. I want to do them more. And again, it's just to get people to open up. I think there's a big misconception when it comes to art. A lot of people think it have to be perfect. And for my sip and paints, that's the narrative I want to change with the sip and paints, to let you know that nothing about art is perfect. Literally nothing. So the sip and paints really get people to open up and just be creative, be free. It's the freedom for me. It takes you out of that 1 + 1 = 2 mindset. You could literally just make it be whatever you want it to be.
So I noticed on one of your social media profiles that you've also done a few murals.
Oh, now we're talking.
So tell us about those. Tell us, I guess, start with your biggest project and where that's located, and just what your vision was behind that.
My biggest project was at Red Bay Primary. It was a pretty big wall at the library area, and I did that one, I can't remember which month, but that was early on in where when I decided, I think it was early 2024. Yeah. And I donated that piece to the primary school with the intention to donate at least one piece to each primary school, as a way to uplift and connect with the kids through art, just to give them a whole different scenery and a different take on art itself and the environment, and how much life art brings into the space. It was well received, I must say, but unfortunately I didn't get to much more schools after that project. I still hope to get into and make some murals for the school. But mural for me now, personally, is no. Murals for me personally is, I see it as me working on this tiny canvas, which is nails, for the past 10 years, almost 15 years to be real. So murals was like the big canvas for me. The bigger the better. And I enjoy doing murals, not just for the size, but murals come with a certain pressure that I like. Time frame, how much details. It's a lot of pressure, especially for me with a busy schedule. It's a lot of pressure, and I think I enjoy that aspect of doing a mural as well, to see how much I can get done within this time frame, and just stand back and look at it and be like, this is 2 days really, or 3 days. So yeah, I enjoy doing murals.
And when you're working on canvas, like you're doing now, tell us a little bit about the materials that you use, what type of paint you use, where you get your canvas from.
So paint is mostly acrylic paint. I do use a little bit of oil paint from time to time, but personal preference is acrylic paint. For canvases, if it's like this size, I would get them at Office Supply. But for bigger size canvases, I do them by myself. We make them, frame them, and also stretch them. Because I do a lot of big pieces, at least 5 feet by 6 feet pieces. So most of my paintings that I have working on personally at home, they're as tall as me, or probably at least 5 feet. So I do make my canvases to the size that I want. As mentioned before, I've been working on this tiny canvas for so long. So me getting the access to express myself on a larger scale, I'm gonna go for the largest option. And I want sorry.
Go ahead.
And I want my art to speak. So the bigger, the more people will see it.
And is that out of necessity that the larger canvases you do on your own because you can't easily access them on island, or?
For one, the main thing, Office Supply do have big canvases going up to probably 5 feet tall, but the prices are crazy ridiculous. Maybe in the future when things start to turn, I might be able to, but I do enjoy the process of making them as well.
Right.
But they're pretty expensive, and since I customize my sizes as well, it just works better for me to see a space or have this canvas size or image in my head, and I just get a frame and put it together myself. It's just more accurate for what I'm visioning.
The reason I asked that is because, when you and I first met, we spoke a little bit about the art scene in Cayman and how, over the last few years, it's kind of flourished and evolved. But we still have so far to go. Oftentimes people talk about the price of art being too high, or, but all these little things they don't understand. You can't necessarily put a price on your art, right?
No.
And then, but if we are going to talk monetary value, we have to think about the price of the canvas, your time, the price of the paint, and all of that.
Yeah, definitely.
But tell us a little bit about how you price your art, or what value you give to your art.
So how I price my art is, it's literally based off of what the industry is currently going off of, which I'm kind of in and out with the whole narrative of art, because a lot of collectors, I don't think they buy art with the right intention, right? I mean, if you buy it, you buy it, but how I see it is, support me as an artist. That means you see something in what I'm doing, or the purpose, right? But I do see where a lot of art is not being bought as a creative art. It's being bought more like an investment, and not something of higher value personally for collectors. But how I price my art, it all depends on how much material I put into it and how much time I put into it as well.
And so tell us, for the average person watching this, where can we see your art, and how can someone purchase your art?
So my art is all over Instagram. It's doing really good right now. At Lord Abstract Art, or Lord Abstract Art Tiann Lewis. You could also send me a DM for commission pieces, personalized pieces, or if you see a piece on my page or somewhere in a gallery, you could just reach out and purchase. And also you could reach me at my cell number, which is also on my IG, or 924-1256. That's me directly.
We'll pop that on the screen.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so just to give you guys an idea of what we're doing right now, I'm just asking him a few questions, interviewing him, and what I asked him to do is to just create a piece of art based on how he feels right now in the moment, what's happening, our surroundings, etc. I am not looking at what he's doing. I cannot see anything that he's doing. And what I'll do is at the end of the video, we will show you guys the final result and the final painting. And if you guys want to buy it, just reach out to him. I'm sure he'll sell it to you.
Definitely. Most definitely.
So tell us a little bit about Cayman Art Week. I know some of your pieces were featured this year in Cayman Art Week. Can you tell us how that experience was for you?
So this is my third or fourth Cayman Art Week, which was really good. Got a lot of positive feedbacks. And for me personally, this year was the first year I was actually prepared really for Cayman Art Week. And I got to showcase a new collection that was well received, and that collection was created to highlight mental health, depression, and also personal awakening. And what I got from Cayman Art Week this year and the turnout was a lot of people were open and willing to understand my art, rather than previous years where it wasn't that at all. I'm not sure if it was I'm not sure if it's just people generally just opening up more to art and trying to understand the art and the artist rather than just seeing the painting for just a painting. So I think Art Week is definitely opening up that gateway for people to understand art more and dive deeper into the personal meanings and background of creating a piece.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we also spoke about when we first met is, Art Week is an amazing event or a series of events, and it definitely gives local artists a platform and highlights local artists. But it's just not enough.
It's not enough. 1 week is not enough.
Absolutely. 1 week is just not enough.
1 week is not good enough for viewers, and it is not good enough for artists. And if it's going to be a week, we need to still be somehow visible throughout the year up until then. It's kind of hard for artists to see that as an opportunity to grow or to create in your art. So I think the presence needs to be there leading up. Like, we need to be doing stuff even like this, but on a larger scale, whether it's groups or whatever. But 1 week is just not good enough. That's my opinion, and that's also a lot of viewers' opinion as well.
And guys, before you come at us, we're not bashing Cayman Art Week. We're saying that event is wonderful and they do a fantastic job. We're not bashing them at all. We're just saying that for local artists, we need more. They need more exposure. They need more events that highlight local artists and local art galleries. And that's kind of where my vision for this show kind of came into place because not only do I want to show people, you know, art doesn't have to be intimidating because there's no wrong way to do art. But I also wanted to give local artists a platform to just tell people about themselves, tell people about their art. You know, it's when you're an artist, it's hard to, because most artists that I've met are very humble.
Yeah.
And so they find it difficult. I don't know, you could probably speak to that. They find it difficult, quote unquote, showing off their art because, you know, so maybe you can tell us a little bit how you feel about that. Like, is it difficult for you to like showcase your art and post videos on Instagram, or does that come natural? Tell us about that.
The thing is, for me, since I've found some success in being a nail artist, and also gain a lot of recognition on the island, it's not as hard for me to get out there, and I'm a pretty bold person as well. So if the opportunity comes, I'm not going to turn it down. Unlike most other introverts who are artists, it don't affect me that much. I know how to put myself out there, and I'm putting myself out there, but I know it's a challenge for a lot of other artists to get themselves out there, to get them work out there, and to find that place that accepts their art, accept who they are. But for me, it's not a challenge, to be real. Especially creating your own path, it's a bit easier for me. And I think it's because I've created that platform over the years for myself.
And we live in the age of social media. And that's where most things are advertised nowadays. That's just where everything is. So how do you find that? I mean, we can see you have your little tripod set up behind you as you work. We purposefully left that in the frame, guys. So again, don't come for me. Tell us a little bit about that. How, you know, is it difficult keeping up with social media and constantly having to post, or you just kind of do whatever? Tell us a little bit about that.
So before I was kind of overthinking the social media aspect of getting myself out, because I'm not doing nails anymore. Like, as in putting myself out in that aspect, right? So I've had the conversation with myself and with a few friends, right? And it just wasn't working out until I realized, and a friend mentioned it to me, like, creating content as an artist, or just in general, it's not to create a moment for it. It's literally capturing the moment.
I love that.
So you literally don't have to prepare for it. It's like, just place your camera and do whatever you're doing, or whenever you're doing what you're doing, just place your camera and catch that. And I think viewers connect more to what's real rather than you creating a space or a specific moment and then put that on camera. So to me, it's whatever you're doing in your everyday life, that's content.
All right, so back to when we first met, you and I spoke a lot about, you know, how some artists are like, oh, that person copied me, or they're doing what I do, and they get all up in their feelings about that kind of stuff. But you have a different take on it. Tell us how you feel about your art and when it inspires other people, and what is your purpose behind what you do?
You mentioned it earlier. My purpose is definitely to inspire fellow creatives and just the community at large. It don't necessarily have to be art. You could be interested in something else. But my art could definitely spark that interest and get you moving to, because I'm a busy person normally, right? But I do find time for this as well. So saying that to say, you find time for whatever you want to find time for. And I hope my art inspires the viewers, the buyers, the collectors. Just having a piece of my art in your home, how I see it is, it's something meaningful to you, something meaningful to your home, and something meaningful to your family in general. In terms of copying or whatever, I copy the hell out of other people's work because people inspire me as well. And I don't see any problem with it as long as you're putting your twist to it, your own self in it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I have a saying that I kind of go by as well. It's fine if somebody want to be like you. You're in trouble if somebody want to be you. And if you're somebody that's putting yourself out there to inspire somebody like myself, I don't see where a fear could come in of somebody trying to steal your spot. Because at the end of the day, what is for you is for you. If I can inspire 1,000 people to do this exact piece, I'll be more than happy. At least I can say I got you started. So it's a win-win either way for me.
Okay, guys, we're finished. So now we're gonna see. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. And I'm seeing this for the first time as well. That is so beautiful.
My art is all over Instagram. It's doing really good right now. At Lord Abstract Art or Lord Abstract Art Tiann Lewis. You could also send me a DM for commission pieces, personalized pieces, or if you see a piece on my page or somewhere in a gallery, you could just reach out and purchase. And also you could reach me at my cell number, which is also on my IG, or 924-1256. That's me directly.
Thanks for watching. Keep creating, keep exploring, and we'll catch you on the next beat.